Hi, it's Stephen here, and in this video I'm going to tell you the story of how I went from being massively overweight to losing 21 pounds in 20 days. If you have put on a few pounds, or even more than a few pounds, or are unhappy with your weight, then you will probably be able to resonate with a lot of what I say. You'll hear about and see me in a Hawaiian skirt at my brother-in-law's 40th, and what the reaction on Facebook was that prompted me to get rid of my belly fat. Hi, my name is Stephen, and here was a picture of me a few months ago. Not pretty, is it? I suppose you could say I got a pretty serious reality check. Here I was playing with my two daughters, Alannah, who was 6, and Sophie, who was 4. We were outside in the snow building a snowman. Well, I was building the snowman, and my wife Chloe and the girls were directing me and telling me what to do. The only problem with this was that I was totally out of breath. As you can imagine, building a snowman isn't exactly hard work, unlike running a marathon. I had run a marathon back in 1997, and it was the last time I had done any serious exercise. In the 14-year interim, I had got married to Chloe, and we had 2 wonderful daughters, Alannah and Sophie. When I was in my 20s, I was in pretty good shape, but that all changed in my 30s and onto my 40s. Since then, my weight had gradually crept up from 13 stone to 17 stone. This was the equivalent of going from 82 kilograms to 108 kilograms, or from 182 pounds to 238 pounds. I was the typical person by all accounts. I worked long hours in the office and then came home in the evening to collapse onto the couch after playing with the girls. I became a couch potato. This scenario was repeated practically every day apart from the weekends. I felt like I was a walking Head and Shoulders ad, where the catchphrase they use is wash, rinse and repeat. I was doing the same stuff day in and day out and was piling on the weight. It all came to a head, however, when I went to my brother-in-law's 40th party. The theme was fancy dress, and never being one to get easily embarrassed, I decided to dress up as a Hawaiian hula girl, which is where it all went very wrong. My 2 daughters and wife were mortified when I told them what I was planning on doing. They practically wanted to disown me, as I would be such an embarrassment. However, that wasn't the biggest mistake I made. It was when I posted the picture on Facebook and got comments back that the truth really hit home. Here are just a few of the comments that were posted to my page after I posted the picture. "It's not the outfit, it's the waistline. Boy, you need some quads," said one friend. Another said, "Exactly what was the theme? The beached mermaid?" And another friend said, "Oh my God, that has given me a right old giggle." As much as I love Facebook, people can be very honest, sometimes even too honest when they are commenting on a picture. If a handful of people write what they think, then a far bigger percentage are actually thinking it, but are too polite to write it. However, the final nail in the coffin came a week later from a friend in the UK, who I hadn't seen in a good few years, stumbled across my picture I posted on Facebook. Here's what he had to say. "When a friend says to you, 'Best let out that Hawaiian skirt, Steve,' and I thought I was being witty when I responded, 'My body is a temple,' he then responded back, 'And from that photo, looks like many people have presented their gift to it.' It was then that I realised I really needed to lose a lot of weight. It was time to do something about it, so the first person I decided to talk to was my dad. I relayed my snow building story and Facebook experience to him. He probably thought I was expecting some sympathy, but instead, all I got was, 'I told you so.' I had no idea what he was talking about. He reminded me that back in 1988 I would put on an additional 3 stone by the time I was 40. He was close, but he had actually underestimated it by a stone. Now, the benefit of hindsight is a great thing. He knew because that is exactly what had happened to him when he left school. He also went on to tell me that I was a ticking time bomb and that I more than likely had very high cholesterol and would be prone to getting heart disease if I didn't sort myself out pronto. The one problem with confiding in my dad was that he doesn't sugarcoat anything. He doesn't pull any punches. He tells you how it is, not what you want to hear. I was expecting the old tried and trusted lines to be trotted out like, "You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Just do a bit more exercise and you'll be grand." The truth of the matter is my weight gain was affecting everything. I was grumpy going to work and grumpy when I was coming home. I had exceptionally low energy levels and I looked pretty shocking for someone who was in his 40s. I decided that it was time to sort myself out and so began months of researching the best way to lose weight. Once I started my weight loss voyage, I managed to lose 21 pounds in 20 days without going on any crazy diet or doing any hardcore exercise. Before you go any further, I'm going to be very upfront and honest. I am not a nutritionist or a personal trainer, nor would I ever claim to be. It's as well I'm not, because 90% of what nutritionists and personal trainers are told is false when it comes to losing weight. And it's not their fault either. What I am going to show you, however, is a step-by-step formula of how to lose weight and how to permanently keep it off. In the next section, I'll be covering why this program causes such rapid weight loss. First, right now, what I would love you to do is to scroll down, hit that like and hit that share button, because everyone loves to get likes. And then what I really want you to do is to scroll down and leave a comment. I want to hear from you. How is this going to impact your life? I'd love to hear how you're going to implement these tips within your life to get fit and healthy. I'd really love to hear that. I'm going to be reading every single comment personally myself, and I'll be responding to as many as I can. So just scroll down right now, go ahead and leave a comment.